I said my parents were on the fence about video games, like, they didn't really care one way or the other, but my
Mhm.
parents were super into Legos. My dad
Oh,
specifically, we used to have Lego weekends
Lego.
where
Oh, what? Why wasn't
the
I
living
invited?
room
I wish I knew
would
you back
become,
then.
like, Lego area, and we would just all everybody in my whole family would just build stuff out of Legos, and the whole living room would be taken over. No more coffee table, no more floor, it was all Legos. It was great. It was
I'm
so much fun.
officially jealous of your childhood. First things first, I was putting on this new long sleeve that I just got for Christmas, and we use. If you guys are watching on YouTube, you'll see we use like lint, or not lint, dryer balls, not dryer sheets, right? I guess it works better. I don't know. I let Lady Parrot do what she want. I just go with the flow. Anyways, so we have three of them, right? They roll around. It's kind of like a tennis ball roll around, but it's a dryer sheet. So the other day I did laundry and we could only find 2 out of 3. Now let me tell you guys, I hang most of my clothes. Over the years I've gotten rid of tons of my clothes and I just try to hang things up. So, it looks nice. So you don't have the wrinkles. You don't have to fold it, put it back up. So we can only find 2 of the 3. She goes, "Where's number 3?" And I'm like, I don't know. I put on this long sleeve. It's in the tip of the arm, and I'm just like, I picked it up, and I'm like, wow, this is a heavy thing for a shirt, right? And I put my arm through, and like, the dryer ball falls out. Anyways, that has nothing to do with today's episode. Welcome in, guys. Episode 5. I can't believe we're at episode 5 already. I've enjoyed every episode so far of the Rambling Gamers podcast, and don't forget, I'm your host, Absurd Parrot. And guys, don't forget, I do stream almost every single day, and I'm probably live right now. Go watch. Today's episode is about streaming. It's actually our first one with a streamer friend of mine, the Sidcast on Twitch, and I've known her for probably 6-7 months now from the point of this recording. It's a great episode. It's a great episode learning how she's grown as a Twitch streamer, how she's networked, and just her experiences with gaming and how she does things. And she's such a genuine person. Like, we definitely, after we talked for probably a good 10 minutes before the recording started, and then after we finished, no joke, we talked and just even got to know each other a little more. And I was like, damn, I wish I was recording for some of those things. But we talked for another hour. We talked for another hour about just streaming and life, and like, how it is and how certain things affect you in the community, and kind of like how that goes. But like, in the episode, we still get some great content that I think you guys will like if you're trying to become a streamer, or if you've been a streamer, you're kind of struggling. Keeping the conversations going, all that kind of stuff we talk about in this. And she's genuinely a good friend, a good person. I remember rating her, and she's been the type of people. A lot of times you raid people on Twitch, and some of you might agree. Sometimes you raid people and or they raid you and like they never come back, or you raid them and it's like, especially if it's random, right? Sometimes personalities don't match. But she's been a type person. Her and I both try to hang out in each other's streams or talk a little bit. You know what I mean? Whether you're lurking, twerking, or But it's a great episode, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Episode 5, Sidcast. We're talking about streaming and her journey, and you guys learn more about me every episode. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let us know in the comments whether it's on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube. Don't forget, and we're posting stuff on TikTok every week as well. Some highlights and recaps about every episode. But I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy the episode. A question I always love asking first is, did your parents play? Did they approve? Or did any of your family play games?
I feel like my parents were very in the middle on it. They didn't really have one opinion one way or another, but my older siblings, so I'm the youngest of 4,
Oh,
and my
oh, the
oldest 2
baby.
brothers, yes, my oldest 2 brothers were avid Halo players. They were the kind of Halo players whenever the game first came out on the original Xbox. I mean, I was a kid, like I was a toddler, I swear. and they would have all their friends over at the house, and they literally drilled holes in the closets from room to room. They would connect the cables because they didn't want a screen sheet. They would invite 20 people over who would all bring their TVs up the
No
stairs, and they would
way.
set up in all the rooms upstairs. And my mom didn't know about the holes in the walls, but they would connect all the TVs, and they would have Halo parties, and that way they couldn't screen sheet. It was a lot of fun. So that's what I was raised on, was Halo with my older brothers.
Well, I also played it, and I just looked. The released, it was actually 2001. And I remember I got it as a Christmas present for my older brother.
I was in
And
kindergarten.
don't age me. Oh man. Well, I was old enough to play, and me and my brother would, play and shoot each other, whatever. We play multiplayer.
Oh,
or
I
whatever.
played. I was old enough to play. I played with them.
I like to imagine little Sid just with her controller.
Yes,
Then those
exactly.
controllers
I
were
have a-
huge.
Yes, I have a picture of me when I was literally that age, holding an Xbox controller, sitting on my brother's lap, and we're just hanging out, having a blast.
Oh, okay, that's adorable. So it sounds like your family, like you said, they were on the fence, but like it seems like they're, you can play games, but I'm sure you had a little bit of rules like homework and the holes in the
yeah.
wall stay secret. But so was Halo the
When-
first game you played?
It was. It was
Oh,
the very
wow.
first game I played because I was that old. That's when I was introduced to video games. So that was the original Halo was the first one I played. But
Oh
my
wow.
sister, so it's my two older brothers, and then my sister's next in line, and then it's me. My sister was a very like, she was super into The Sims. So
Mm,
I used to play.
she's
we
got
used to
good
fight
taste.
over the computer. We used to fight over the computer when I was a kid because
Right.
she would get it on Saturdays, and
Mhm.
because that was her gaming day, and any other day of the week I was fighting her to get to
Right.
whoever woke up first got to play Sims, and that's what I used to try to do.
So was that Sims 1? I think that was Sims 1, right? They're right around that
I
time.
feel like it might be Sims 2. I
Two.
can't remember.
I mean, 2 was
exactly.
really
I
good.
know-
2 was a good
I think it might
sequel.
have been Sims 2. And I had almost every single expansion pack.
Mhm.
And my mom recently moved, so I got to go home and help her sort through all the old games
Oh,
and clean out
man.
the old computer desk and stuff. I found the entire collection of all those huge Sims boxes.
Yeah,
like
they
all the were
add-on
cases.
like DVD or
huge.
like
We had
VHS
a whole
cases.
drawer dedicated to the Sims
Oh, man.
like editions.
Mhm.
Packs. Or they weren't packs back then. I don't know what you would call them.
I think they were just
play
expansions.
too.
I think they were just called
Expansions,
expansions. Yeah.
Like pets and all the things.
Hmm. My favorite one was like the vacation ones. I always like
Oh,
playing
yeah.
the vacation ones.
Oh yeah, those were always fun.
But
I
for
took a trip down memory lane cleaning out that drawer.
oh man, I need to go to my mom's house and take out some of my stuff. I have a lot of my old games and stuff, but I know there's probably still stuff in my closet packed around somewhere next to my Legos.
The Legos. See, I was a Lego fan when I was a kid too.
Oh,
You can't have older brothers and not be into Legos.
That's true. Especially older brothers. I mean, I had just a giant tub, and it would just take it all
Yes.
out. And then if I did it in the living room, I would get yelled at. If somebody stepped from my mom stepped on it. But
Now, I said my parents were on the fence about video games. Like, they didn't really care one way or the other, but my
Mhm.
parents were super into Legos. My dad
Oh.
specifically, we used to have Lego weekends.
Lego.
where
Oh,
the living
what?
room-
Why wasn't
the
I
living
invited?
room
I wish I knew
would
you back
become
then.
like Lego area, and we would just everybody in my whole family would just build stuff out of Legos, and the whole living room would be taken over. No more coffee table, no more floor. It was all Legos. It was great. It was
I'm
so much fun.
officially jealous of your childhood now because Lego weekends. Oh man.
Lego weekends. It was great.
Well, have you ever been to? I want to go to like Lego World one day or whatever it's called.
I've been to like
Legoland.
stores,
Legoland.
but I've never been to the actual Legoland. That's also on my bucket list. Have to do it.
Well, one day you could vlog it. It could be the
Yes.
day in the life.
Oh man.
I remember real quick I don't know. I've been to a Lego store, but the one time when I was really little, we had grandparents that lived in New York City, so I'm outside the city. But we would go in, and I got to go to the store once, the FAO Schwartz, the one you see from the movie Big with Tom Hanks,
Yes.
before it closed.
Oh my
And
god.
I went there I was probably 10, and I went there, and it was when Pokemon cards were big, but I got Legos and Pokemon cards, and I remember taking the train ride home and like going through the cards that I had and all that stuff. But I remember being like, this store is amazing, 10-year-old mind blowing. But
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
oh man,
What
We-
a cool memory though.
I know. Yeah, it's definitely stuff you won't forget. Can we go
I
back to
know.
being kids? Can this?
Seriously though.
Well, switching over from like your childhood, early years playing, did you continue playing throughout like adulthood to middle school? I mean, is this something that was just kind of like normal? Like you would play
Yes,
Sims
I feel
2,
like
3.
yes, I always played all the Sims games. I wasn't really and like super into gaming though until college. I would say that college age is whenever I started playing gaming exclusively like as my hobby. That's when I really dove
Oh,
into it. It used to just be kind of like, oh, every now and then maybe once a week. And then in college it was like every single day in my spare time
hmm.
I was gaming.
Hmm.
That's all I did.
Well, I mean, and that's good though. Like I've talked about it with a few other people, and I think it's like a good stress reliever for some, or just a way to
Oh
like
yeah.
be creative, whether it's Animal Crossing, Sims, or Halo, if you want to, just shoot a few people down. And that's like I used to play Grand Theft Auto because I could just drive down the streets and.
No way. Did you used to stream GTA?
No, I never did. I did try to do Cyberpunk, but my computer just couldn't handle
Oh,
it because
yeah.
if you play a game on stream or on Steam, you got to make sure your computer or have a second computer because it just like makes it all pixelated. Your bit
Goals.
rate
Second
goes.
PC,
I
goals.
know, I know. I know
Someday.
one friend he does. He has two PCs, and I'm just like,
Yep.
one day, one day.
One day.
But
Yeah, I love GTA.
it's
I
so
love
fun,
GTA.
so
I
fun.
love Fallout. All you would think that based on what I stream, I only play cozy games, but I love a lot of non-cozy games too. Halo
I
included.
mean, and then the shows that people diversify in what they like. You know what I mean? Sometimes you want to run somebody over. Sometimes you want to, talk to Sherb about, his snacks and
Well,
bugs on the floor.
I used to play GTA and I would grind all the money so I could get really cool outfits. So I guess
Yeah,
any game can be a cozy game.
any game can be cozy. Exactly. I'm walking down the street. There's a cop chasing a criminal, but, I got this nice Hawaiian shirt that I'm
Hey,
wearing.
yeah, I'm dressed really nice. I have really cool apartments.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a good part is picking the places to live. Yeah,
Yes.
forgot about.
Now I want to play GTA.
Now they need to combine Animal Crossing and Grand Theft Auto.
They did. Did you hear about the Animal Crossing like remake? It's really similar to Animal Crossing, but there's like weapons and you can play with other people and you have to defend your area. What was it called?
Oh, I know.
Long Winter? Long
Long
Winter.
Venture. I was going to play
Yep.
it, but it was still in beta, and I wanted a little more to it. But maybe we'll
Yeah.
play it one day. We'll have a server.
I haven't heard anything about it in a long
I'm
time.
part of their Discord. I just haven't
Really?
seen many updates. So,
Yeah.
and I was gonna be
That
like,
one looks
hey,
like it would be cool.
it looked fun. It looked fun. Yeah, maybe by the time next year comes out, they'll have put effort into it. But sometimes those indie games, it takes
Yeah.
a lot of work for a few people to do.
Very true.
But sticking to your stream stuff, I know you started streaming on Twitch. I know your stream anniversary is coming up in about a month from this recording, but it'll be like February 20th, you said?
Yes.
20th.
February 20 something.
20
Somewhere
something.
around there.
Um, and why did you choose Twitch over other platforms?
My husband used to watch Twitch all the time.
Hmm.
Loved watching Ark streamers. His favorite game of all
Oh,
time is Ark.
oh,
And
really?
so he got super into Twitch. We honestly, one of the reasons I got super into gaming to begin with was my husband. He in college we used to game all the time together.
Really?
Just like I said with my brothers and the parties, and they would have all the people over. We used to do that with Ark in college. We would have all kinds of friends
Oh,
over,
wow.
and we would line up the TVs and all the Xboxes in a row, and we would hang out and play Ark all day long over winter break. It was great.
Wow.
But he used to watch a lot of Ark streamers, and
Mhm.
he always told me, you know what, you would be such a great streamer, and I never believed him. I used to, finally, like I want to say last year or almost 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago, he was like, you need to watch some Sims streamers. Sims is you're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely love it. So he
Mhm.
pulled up a Sims stream and sat me down and was like, watch this. And I watched it. I don't even remember who it was, what stream it was.
Oh, wow.
But after that I was hooked. And then I was like, I don't think I could ever do it.
Yeah.
But he just kept wearing me down and wearing me down. And finally he built my PC.
Oh,
He
wow.
built my PC. He got me a green screen, and he was literally like, "You need to try it." So he's the reason why I started 100%.
Oh, well, that's awesome that you have such a supportive spouse. You know what I mean? And I always
Yeah.
say that for myself with my better half and other streamers always agree, like if you don't have someone that'll back you, like it's tough, you know. It's nice to have someone that's in your corner because you know
Absolutely.
there's tough days streaming, and obviously it gets better over time. But that's awesome.
Absolutely.
I did not know that he was that supportive. That like warmed my heart. The wholesomeness. Feel like the Grinch. The heart
He
grew
turned me
three
from an
times.
Xbox player all the way to a PC player. Look
Yeah,
at
I
me.
guess he did.
Look at
Yeah,
me.
he kind of transitioned you that way, didn't he? Um,
Uh-huh. He said it was a little selfish though, because he was a PC player mostly, and he wanted me to play PC games with him. He
right.
was like, "I want you to play Portal with me. Let me build you a PC."
I've never played Portal, but I've
Oh,
watched people play. Like, well, actually, I played a
yeah.
little with my friend. And we shared an apartment together, and he had a nice little PC before I even built mine. And
Mhm.
I remember just going to his room and playing for a few hours and being like, "Oh, this is a fun game." I like puzzle games though.
It's very testing on a marriage. I will say that.
Well,
If you can't figure something out, sometimes choice words can be exchanged.
so to me, that's like traveling. Whenever I travel with my other half, she and I like you can get testy traveling, just like trying to either a place to eat or how to get there. And it's like usually I'm driving and she's navigator, and it's like, oh, the right turn was back that way, and I'm like,
I do the same thing. I'll be like, "Turn right now," and he'll be like, "Wait, what?
right
What do you mean?"
now. Oh
Oh
man,
man, I can relate.
yes, yeah. Hey, we all do it. That's the nice thing. We all have those things. But apart from Twitch, another thing is creating daily content. And I know you mentioned a little earlier, but I want to hear it again. How you make your daily content for other things other than Twitch on your Insta, your YouTube, and TikTok.
Sure. I really like making clips. I edit down clips from streams. I like to make a lot of Animal Crossing clips and things like that. I edit them in a program called HitFilm, and then I like to export it all on the same day at the same time onto 3 different platforms. I like to
Mm-hmm.
upload it straight to TikTok, straight to Instagram Reels, and straight to YouTube Shorts. I try to do it as often as I can. I know it's not daily, but I'm trying
Right.
my best to get a really good schedule going.
Right.
And honestly, doing that whole full sweep all at once kind of thing is
Right.
one of the things that's keeping me going, and
Right.
hopefully it'll be able to help me grow faster on
Right.
all the platforms.
Well, it's definitely more motivating. So I'm like, I did it
Yeah.
once and it did it 3 times. You know.
Yeah. It's really
Um.
interesting to see how the exact same clip can do great on one
I know.
platform, and you post at the same time. It can do great on one platform and then literally get little to nothing on another platform. And
Mm-hmm.
then vice versa every single time. You never know which one is going to do well on which platform. It's kind of fun to see. It's like a game,
Yeah.
honestly.
It's weird. Yeah, you can make
It's
bets
fun to
on.
play with it. Yeah.
So how do you get those clips to now? Do you actually go through and you pick clips, or is it clips that chat makes for you? You just go through like your clip editor on Twitch. How do you pick which ones to
That's
post?
typically what I do. Chat loves making clips, especially whenever, I mean, I have all kinds of wild channel point redemptions, like jump scares and things. And
Mm-hmm.
they every time something wild happens, they like to clip it, and that helps me a lot with making content. So, but if I ever make longer YouTube videos, that's typically something I'll go through and like make highlight a VOD and have a longer piece of material to work with to
Right.
make a full video out of.
Yeah, I think that's something a lot of people don't realize is how important chat is with
Oh yeah,
content, whether it's just conversation pieces or scaring the crap out of you, or like you said, good redemptions where you have to do something. At one point,
absolutely.
I had a Duolingo redemption. I got rid of it because I would always destroy it, but I have to learn a language for like 5 minutes
Oh my gosh,
and trying to pronounce
I hate I
words and
missed this era.
maybe it'll make a return. I just redid all of mine, so it won't be
Yeah,
back for a little while. But having
that's
someone
hilarious.
that's from Germany come in and be like,
What are
"Yeah,
you doing to my
yeah, well,
language?
yeah." At one point, I had a British accent redemption. It lasted one stream because it was that bad. My UK
I can't do
viewers
accents.
were
I feel
like,
that.
"Can you stop now, parrot? Can you just stop right now?" And oh,
I've been told I can do a really great Southern accent. Other than that,
well, I'm sure. That's like me saying I do a good New Yorker accent. You know,
yeah,
I'm
precisely,
walking here.
exactly.
You know, I need my bagel and my Sabaro's pizza. That's an Office reference, right?
I can't even try. Can't even attempt. I'm so bad at it.
um, so day-to-day streaming, I know some people just turn the PC on or turn on Streamlabs or OBS and they just start gaming. But how do you decide what you're gonna do for a stream? Like today, because I've seen you do challenges or working on your island. Like, how do you come up with? Do you have a plan or do you have something like written down?
Well, so lately, I would say the last few months, my stream kind of schedule has shifted to
Mhm.
where I play Animal Crossing the majority of the time, and then once a week we'll have a variety night.
Mm,
For my Animal Crossing streams, I sit down and I actually have to go to Treasure Islands and I have to prep, and I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna do this area on my island today, or we're gonna do this HHP today, or we're gonna do island tours today. I
right,
always plan it out in advance, but
right.
for variety nights, I have found that it's really fun to let the community vote on what game I'm gonna
Hmm.
play at right at the beginning of stream. So I
Right,
launch up stream not knowing what I'm gonna do,
right.
or I don't know anything about it at all. So I'll just say, "Here's a few games. What do y'all want to play today?" And
Mm-hmm.
then that's fun too because the
Right,
community gets really behind it and
right.
they get to choose, and it's a little break from Animal Crossing, which is nice every
Yeah,
now and then.
yeah.
And it so that's I don't really prep for the variety nights, but it's a lot more fun that way.
That's fun being spontaneous, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know me. I've had all my island tours for a while now, and those are usually scheduled. Every once in a while, I'll try to throw in a random one or just a random DA visit, and everybody always enjoys that.
Oh yeah.
I always get lucky. Every like random DA I visit is always like amazing. I've never had like a trash random DA as far
That's
as just
awesome. I'm
telling.
thinking about making a YouTube video just from visiting random dream
That
addresses.
would
I
be
think that would be
fun
so fun
to see,
because I've
kind of
never
roll the
just visited a
dice.
random one. I
Yeah.
need to do it.
No, I
I think
I
it'd be
get
fun.
lucky. I get lucky. I think I've had one. They had an Instagram, and the rest of them they were just random people, but they were like very nicely done.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So I'm very proud of you. I just want to say this: how much you've been growing, and I know sticking with certain content. Some people say that's the ticket. But how do you think you've done? What have you done differently from others to grow on all of your platforms, especially Twitch?
I don't know if it's necessarily different from others, but I feel like building a community is extremely important. It's
Hmm.
not just about the games, but it's also
Right.
about the people that you're hanging out with, you
Hmm.
know? I mean, I got into streaming originally not just because obviously my husband was very supportive of it, but it was I wanted to play all these solo games, but I had no friends to play them with, you
Right.
know? Like Animal Crossing is a good example,
Hmm.
Sims is a good example,
Yeah.
Dreamlight Valley now is a good example. I love all these single player solo games, but I didn't have any friends to play them with. And I feel like I have found a community of friends who are in the exact same boat. They want somebody to talk about these games with,
Hmm.
and that is a great way to grow. You know, you keep finding more people who are like-minded and like the same kind of games,
Right.
but it's not necessarily games that you consider a multiplayer game that you would play online with others. You know, it opens up a whole new door, a whole new world
Right.
of single player gaming. I think,
Right.
you know.
And I think that's the nice thing about Twitch. And let me know if you agree. Is like a lot of times, like especially in your city or if you move to a city, it's hard to find friends. But on Twitch, it's like you have people from all over, and they can
Yes.
come together,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. I have met friends from all over the world that I never would have ever in a million years considered like I'm going to have friends from Germany. I'm going to have friends from Europe. I'm going to have friends that are in Canada. Like
Right.
I never would have thought that that would happen.
Yeah.
But building a community is so important to growth. Making sure that you are not just a face on a screen during a stream. You know what I mean? Like we hang out and we have a Discord and we hang out and we have game nights.
Mm,
I visit their islands. It's not just about, you know, my stream and my content.
right.
I try to make community events all the time. It makes the sense of community. It really does help you grow. It really
Right.
does.
No, I think
And it's a
that's
lot more fun that way. It's a
yeah.
lot more fun.
No, I think that's really important. And that goes into my next portion. Like whenever I go in your chat, it's always on and popping. Like ever since you started, how have you kept like the chat interaction up? Like, is it about getting others to talk to each other, or just how do you keep the conversation moving? I guess as far as like a lot of new streamers might not be sure about.
Originally, a few months ago, I probably would have told you like it could be really fun to have channel point redemptions. That's a great way to interact with your chat.
Hmm.
But I recently started streaming on YouTube, and there are no channel point redemptions. And honestly, it felt a lot like going back to the roots of not being affiliated on Twitch. There's no alerts playing.
Right.
It's very just you in the chat and nothing else is happening, and you in the chat in the game, and that's all.
Right.
And so honestly, it's just just like you and me are talking right now, it's just sitting down and having a conversation and treating people behind the screen like they're actually real people and
Yeah.
getting to know them and getting to know
Right.
how their day's been, and it goes beyond that too. You know, we can talk about all kinds of games and making friends, and
Hmm.
like it's the same, it goes back to community as well. You get to know everybody who hangs out, and I always want to know, you know, check back in on things that are events that are happening in their lives, and they want to do the same for me. It's just
Right.
growing with the community.
And I think you made a really good, really important point for anybody that wants to stream, or even if you're just playing with whoever is getting. It's not just about your stream; it's about getting to know them. Like I
Mhm.
said, you have Discord nights or you visit their islands. I think that's really important. I think that's really smart. And it's also thoughtful, you know, because a lot of times people do, whether it's chat looking at the streamer is just you're making the content and I'm watching, or people as a streamer look at a chat as just usernames. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, which is
Yeah. It's
why,
important to remember there's a person behind all the
hmm
usernames
yeah,
for sure.
whether if they want to be called by their username or their real name or a nickname or what their pronouns are. And I
Absolutely.
know for myself, I'm always known for giving everybody nicknames based off of their.
Well, do I have a nickname?
I mean, I think Sid is all right. Is it already like a good other than Bup? You know, the Bup command in my
Oh,
chat.
not the bups. I misspelled burp once, and I'll never live it down.
Nope, and I made a whole command for it just but it keeps track of how many times you do it. Um, well, and as
Oh
far as
man.
like keeping the conversation going, I'll give a small tip to anybody that's starting out. Like when I started, I had like one viewer, and I met him playing Among Us, and he was a younger burb, and I remember I would write, especially when I was trying to get people in, I would write down conversations, like things to say. Like when you're really starting out, you're like, okay, favorite color, TV show. I'm just coming up with anything, and then I would start talking about my day. Even
Icebreakers.
yeah, icebreaker. Exactly.
Hmm.
I was a resident assistant in college. I was one of the people telling them you can't drink.
I can see you being an RA. You give me RA vibes. I see that.
I don't know if that's good or a bad vibe, but um,
It's not. It's not. It's neutral.
but
I get that vibe.
I mean, I'm not gonna say the free room didn't help, but
True.
that and having my own room. But yeah, RA Parrot. Uh, yeah, no, I enjoyed it, but like you said, I mean, certain things you learn in life. Like I had to learn how to talk to people and get to know people back then, and icebreakers with
Hmm.
meetings. And as someone who stinks at public speaking, how are you at
Same.
public speaking? You're not.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I sweat. I shake. I think about it for 2 weeks in advance, and I can't sleep. Like it's bad.
I was so bad. I did an online public speaking course,
Oh my gosh. No. How do you
and
even do that? Like, is it video cam?
so
Like,
what it was, you had to record it. So I think I'd use my laptop,
mhm.
and you had to show before you started, hey, there's 5 people in the audience, like minimum of 5 people. So I had to like show them, and then I'd have to talk. And it was like in front of my friends, and I'm just like stiff as a board, just like,
That's even more awkward than just speaking in front of like a crowd. You know
yeah,
what I mean? That's even
you
more awkward.
know. And I'm just like, did you know Twinkies were made during World War II? You know, or whatever I had to
Oh
come up
no.
with, but um,
Oh
which I
no.
think that is real. I think that is real. I think that I did have to do a project on that, but I got better.
Oh man.
I got better, especially in architecture when you're doing presentations for clients. You have to learn it. So it definitely was an important class.
Yeah.
But
Oh
when
my
you're talking in
gosh.
front of just people that are names, it's a little easier to.
It is. We were talking about this in stream a couple of days ago.
Hmm.
It's so much easier just to speak to a camera, to a computer.
Hmm.
Than I mean, if I actually envisioned the amount of people who are in my chat standing in front of me, it would be a completely different situation.
Hmm.
Completely different.
Like whether you got to fill a room or a convention
Yes.
center where the high people are
Ah,
watching, you're just like,
no. It changes the situation entirely.
oh.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't think many streamers have, but have you ever met someone that you met online gaming in real life
Not
before?
yet. Not yet, but I have plans to.
Are you
I
gonna try to go to TwitchCon at one
I'm
point
gonna try to go to TwitchCon this year. I'm gonna
this year?
bring my husband, and I'm going to pack up and leave the weenie dogs behind, and we're gonna go.
I gotta try to
We're gonna
go.
go see all of
I
our
gotta
streamers.
try to go. I think that would be
You
fun.
have to. It would be so fun to meet you.
All right. Well, guys, if you see a little bar graph at the bottom of my Twitch stream saying fund for TwitchCon 2023, you'll know why. Um, I think TwitchCon would be a lot of fun, meeting other streamers and meeting new
Yes,
people.
absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
And also one other thing about communities, because I know you and I know Amy, and she's done some artwork for both of us, and she did some of your merch, right?
We love Amy. Amy is top tier.
She does amazing. But that's I'm a big fan of having your community make artwork, you know, because it's just they're talented. You know, it's a nice way to show it off.
Absolutely. Amy made so my favorite Animal Crossing villager is Sydney, and Amy made some adorable
Oh.
Sydney emotes, and I love them so much. I love them so much.
Twitch, we need more emotes for affiliates. I'm just saying, we don't have enough spots.
Seriously.
I think I have
seriously.
like 30 emotes, and I have like 12 spots.
Oh my god.
I just rotate them.
Hopefully someday.
But I just rotate them every day. I get like 2 or 3 new ones. I just rotate them in, and then someone will be like, "Where's the nerd parrot?" or "Where's your face?" And it's not on today.
Where's your face? Oh man, I was listening to someone who was an OG Twitch streamer,
Mhm.
and apparently back in the day they didn't have any they had
Oh.
like 3 emote slots, and that was
Yeah.
it, or something like super
Yeah.
small. So I'm trying to remember that, and that's what's keeping me going. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be mad. At least
We got
have what
more.
have. It
Yeah.
could be worse.
Well, when I started, yeah, you had actually when I started, and it's probably changed since the end of 2020. I had 1 emote,
Oh no.
1 emote, 1 for tier 1, 1 for tier 2, 1 for tier 3, and then as you got more subs, your count went up.
That's
So
wild.
and then I had the max was 5 once you got 45 subs, which I think took me
Yeah.
I remember. It was like a couple weeks or a month or so, and then I was able to have 5. So I like told my artist, "All right, I need some more immediately," and we added in Twerk Parrot and all the fun stuff.
Oh, the iconic twerk parrot. So I met you because you rated me once.
Yes, and we were shaking our
long time
booties
ago,
all over your
and
chat.
came in hot, yes, with the twerk parrots. And I was like, seriously, I sat down with my husband after that stream, and I was like, we need to watch one of these streams. I need to see what this person's all about. And so we sat down and watched your stream, and I
Aw.
saw my very first vibe session, and I was like, what side of Twitch am I on? Like, what's happening? This is so great. This is wonderful.
Oh, that like, oh, it's so nice. I didn't know.
I've never seen a Twitch stream quite like yours. You know, it's so
Oh, well.
memorable. It's so much fun.
This is about you. You're amazing, and you have a
The
phenomenal
twerk parrot did
community.
it to me. The
I
twerk
mean,
parrot brought back the memory.
Once you
I
see a
have to
parrot booty in chat, I mean. So I know we already talked about this a little bit, but not everybody knows this. When you first started streaming, you played Halo.
I did.
Was that
I
your
didn't
first
have
game?
a Switch. It
That
was
was
my first stream game was Halo. I didn't have a Switch that I could stream from. I had the Switch Lite only,
Mm-hmm.
and Halo was all I really knew. Like, I didn't think I was still trying to debate like what kind of games do I want to play on stream,
Right.
and Halo was my favorite, so I gave
Right.
it a shot. You know, my PC didn't really handle it too well,
Mm-hmm.
so that was one of the reasons why I got
Yeah.
pushed out. But and then The Sims it came very quickly after
Mm.
Halo. I think for the first 3 months of streaming, all I did was exclusively play The Sims, and then
Oh, wow.
finally I was able to get a Switch, and that's when Animal Crossing started. And I did Sims and Animal Crossing over and over, and that's the next few months. That's all I played was Sims.
Yeah.
And Animal
I mean, they
Crossing.
go hand
So
in
it's
hand
slowly
pretty well.
evolving.
You know.
Yeah, they do.
I just wish Animal
You started
Crossing.
your Sims journey.
Yeah, after you, because I saw
Uh-huh.
you playing it, I was like, I gotta play
I
some
loved
Sims.
Parrot Sims.
Oh yeah, well, we had all of chat in a house, and I designed the house.
That was great.
That was, and I think I don't remember. Everybody was working, and I think at one point you were like on the night shift or something, and everybody else you were like sleeping when everybody else was working or something like that. You don't. Oh no, your sim would always come back and want to swim, and I'm like, no, you need to eat dinner. You're hungry, and I'd be yelling at chat and in the game. It's like,
Oh my gosh.
oh,
That was a fun era.
it was. Maybe it'll come back. But
I'm thinking the same thing. Maybe I need to. I'm feeling nostalgic. I need to throw Sims back into the rotation.
See, that's why I wish like Sims. You wish you could play with each other like you can in Animal Crossing, and I wish Animal Crossing had the custom content that the Sims has.
Yes, exactly. I feel that too.
Sims Crossing.
We need you to develop a new game that's gonna have all of this, all of these things that we
All
need
right.
inside.
Let me write it down real quick. All right.
Add that to your list.
Learn how to code. Learn how to make
Learn how to
games.
code,
Go back to
Learn how
school.
to do graphic design.
All right. I'll talk to you in 10 years. So you like do you still play first person shooters at all, or
I
Like
do. I
off
play
stream?
Fortnite a lot with a lot of my friends, a lot of my mods. We play Fortnite quite often.
I've never played.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not terrible at it.
Well,
We get a lot of dubs. That's all I'm gonna say.
oh man. I did the animal Fortnite version on the Switch. Did you ever hear that one?
Animal Fortnite?
It's like an animal fort. It's like you know what?
What?
I got it on my Switch. Let me find it. It was an
Yes, I
animal.
need to see
It was
this.
like animals fighting. Where is my game? Let me look. All right.
Are you talking about Longvinter again?
No. It is. I haven't played it in a minute. So do I even have it on here still? Oh no! Please don't tell me I deleted it. Oh, Animal Royale, Super Animal Royale.
What is that?
Yeah, I'm trying
And
to.
do I need to download this immediately?
Yeah, it's on the Switch. I was gonna show you a photo of it, but it won't show me the big photo. Like on you can kind of see it. Oh, it's gonna ruin my camera. There he goes. There's a little tiger up front,
Oh,
but
I can kind of see it.
you can kind of see it. But yeah, it's adorable. I used to play it with my chat for a little while as well, but I was like, this is the closest I'm getting to Fortnite.
I need you to download Fortnite and play your first game with me.
Okay, if I do play, I'll play it with you.
Do
How
it.
about that?
Do it. It doesn't have to be on stream. It can just be off stream. It can just be for funsies.
All
gonna get you a
right,
dub. It's
maybe.
gonna happen.
Yeah. I just gotta get a win and leave. And I'm like, I'm undefeated.
And you
I
can
can just tell
retire.
people, like, I played Fortnite for a short stint. I was undefeated. It's 1-0. My team won. I didn't.
Exactly. Hey, you're part of the team. Honestly, that's how I feel when I play a lot of multiplayer games. I'm part of the team.
hmm
You know, they can carry me. I got the win.
Right.
Even if I didn't earn it, I'm there.
See, for me, whenever I play Mario Kart, especially with chat, it feels like it's everybody against me. So I'm always like,
Oh, yeah.
whenever it's Mario Kart, it's like, we got to beat the streamer. We got to wreck them, show them who's
If I
boss.
played with you, that's how I would feel too.
Guess I just have a fightable face, as someone's.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. I was gonna say. Well, usually people say like. Anyways,
Oh, no.
but sticking back to Animal Crossing, because that is your main game right now. As far as watching, what is your favorite kind of Animal Crossing content?
I would say my favorite kind would be Dream Address tours.
Okay, so tours.
I love Dream Address tours. I also love hosting Dream Address tours a lot. But probably second favorite, very close, is going to be just plain Jane decorating streams. I love
Okay.
decorating streams.
Do you prefer island decorating over HHP?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
I do.
Me too.
I think HHP is fun if you're feeling a little burnt out and you need some fast-paced decorating,
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
other
and
than
it is-
that, I would say just
And it
plain
is
Jane
quicker.
island
It's
decorating.
nice just to be able to plop whatever you want, change the color. Oh, come on. Horizons
That's what a lot
2.0.
of people ask about. They're always like, "How do you avoid burnout on Animal Crossing?" I'm like,
Right.
"Don't stick to one thing. If you're feeling burnout on island decorating, pick up HHP. You know,
Right.
even if it's not your most favorite, maybe it'll help you feel inspired for a little bit. You know."
Yeah. So have you ever made a custom code or patterns, or do you leave that to the professionals? You tried?
I've tried. Okay, so we tried to make our island flag on stream. I'm doing a tropical island right now, and it's called Hibiscus.
And I can't wait
So
to tour it.
We attempted. I'm literally like 4 or 5 streams away from finishing it. So you might get to tour it soon. But we tried to make a hibiscus flower for our town flag, and in the end, it ended up looking. Someone mentioned this, and I couldn't unsee it. It ended up looking like Patrick Star peeing. It did, because you know how hibiscus flowers, they have that star shape,
The star
sort of,
shape.
and then they have the little stem in the
little
center.
stem.
It
Oh,
literally
no.
looked like pee with Patrick Star.
Oh.
So I deleted that and downloaded somebody else's. I am
Oh.
not great at
So you
pixel art.
put a SpongeBob flag up instead.
I unintentionally, yes, and that's why I'm nervous to try this new hard mode that everybody's talking about.
That was gonna be my
Everybody's
next question. What's your thought on
Yes.
hard mode?
So I'm on the fence about it. So I'm very close to finishing my current island, and it's going to be my very first island I've ever completed, ever. It's going to be my first Dream Address. So this is a big deal for me. I usually give
man.
up way before this point.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's doing hard mode and wondering if I'm gonna give it a shot now that I have a free island space. You know, I'm about to wipe my old one. But I'm worried about the pixel art. I'm worried about not being able to spend streams just decorating because that's what I've
Right.
really been enjoying a lot.
Right.
So it's gonna take a lot of thought. I'm on
Hmm.
the fence about it. It would be fun to go back to the roots of Animal Crossing and play it the way the game was originally, meant to be played, which
Right.
is very appealing about hard mode because there's so
Right.
many rules that keep you from time traveling too far, and you can't just buy certain items. You have to
Yeah.
actually trade with people who are also
Who
playing hard
also
mode.
playing
There's
hard
there's a
mode?
lot of
Yeah.
rules. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of rules in place, and it would be a fun challenge. But also, I just love decorating so much that I'm on the fence about it. I don't know.
I feel similar. And if anybody doesn't know, I believe it's Nintendo Talk who came up with the hard mode. And I gotta say, he did a phenomenal job. Like it's hard coming up with
Absolutely.
hard modes on anything. Like they have hard modes for Pokemon, for Breath of the Wild, for like certain things you just can't do, or Nuzlocke as other people call it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. Like you said, like it's fun just decorating, but then it's also fun
Yes.
thinking you're gonna challenge yourself with how you play. But it's like doing the dailies would be tough, especially as a streamer, because not every time you're going to be on every day. Um,
Exactly.
I don't
Exactly.
know. I'm also
I
on the
will
fence
say this, though, I've seen a huge like surge in Animal Crossing hype again just because of this
just
hard
because of the
mode, and
hard
that's been
mode.
so it's made streaming Animal Crossing because it is one of my main games. It's made
Right,
it so much fun because there's been so much more interest in the game
right.
lately since hard mode has been released.
And it's nice to see like how tight knit of a community Animal Crossing is. Like everybody kind of knows
Yeah,
everybody. Whether you
true.
talk with them directly or not. It's like, oh, do you know someone? Oh, I've heard of their streams. Like I followed
Mhm.
someone on her stream this week or last week. I don't remember. I just popped in. She goes, "Oh, I follow you on Instagram," and like gave me a shout out. And
That's
I was like, I
great.
didn't even know you knew me. Like I was just saying
That's
hi
great.
because that's really what networking is. But yeah, everybody
One
kind of
of the
knows
reasons
everybody.
I'm thankful for Twitch is because of all of the Animal Crossing friends that I've
Mm-hmm.
made.
Right.
Seriously.
I mean, it's like its own little niche of the community, which is nice.
Mhm.
Whether it's, I mean, Instagram has a hardcore posting community, and so does Twitch and TikTok. I mean, every platform really has it. But
Oh yeah.
um, so sticking with streaming, do you have a favorite or best moment you've had on Twitch? One of your favorite ones you always like to look back on?
When I think of some of my favorite streams of all time, it's every single time it's been like a community stream. So
Mm,
every time we reach a milestone within the community
mm-hmm,
and upcoming with my stream anniversary, I'm sure we're going to do it again. I
mm-hmm,
love having just community streams where we have
right.
fun prizes. I do silly stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm,
I like playing community games like Mario Kart's one of them, and honestly, it's just so much fun just getting to almost take a break from the norm and
mm-hmm,
just play games with my friends.
right.
I love it. I think that's probably my all-time favorite thing to do as a streamer.
Playing community games with chat. I
Mhm.
love it, and chat loves it too. And they don't want it's
Oh yeah.
funny because it's like they don't want it every time. Like there's times like
Yeah.
I've had people say I don't want to play. I just want to watch you right now, and I'm just like, oh, that's
Mhm.
fair. That's fair. Um,
Exactly.
and not everybody likes to hear this next part, but have you had a low
Oh.
moment or like a moment you're just like, or something you learned from at least for streaming? Like you're like, okay, I won't do that again.
I definitely have learned a lot streaming, and there's so many things I wish I would have known from the beginning. And if I could go back in time and tell myself, my little baby Sid streamer who's 1 month into streaming, I wish I could tell myself it's not about the numbers. Every day, I want you to be thankful that you have friends to game with, and you have
Right,
friends that are interested in playing and talking with you and doing the exact same thing that you're doing. And
right.
that's honestly why I do it. It's so much fun, and I wish I would have learned that right in the beginning. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah, because it's hard.
'Cause
A lot of times you judge yourself off of how others are doing, and it's like you can't do that. You have to really
absolutely.
compare yourself to where you were yesterday. That's the way I always like to do
Absolutely.
it. You're growing every
You
day.
always got to think of why you do it. What's the purpose to begin with? Is it to make friends? Is it to game with friends? And that's my purpose. And
Right.
so 100% every single stream, I leave the stream thinking, did I have someone hanging out with me and chatting with me today
Yeah.
about my game? If that
Right.
happened, then it was a good stream, you
Yeah.
know?
And I always like knowing if you made someone else's day, whether it's a funny moment or they followed you and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna try, I want to come back. Like those are the moments where you help
Absolutely.
change their life at least a little bit.
Every time I mean, it blows my mind. It literally blows my mind when somebody will tell me, like, I was having a bad day, this stream turned it around. And
Right.
it's just knowing that just hanging out with somebody and playing games could have such a big impact.
Hmm.
It's amazing,
Right.
absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
it is. It is. It is. It's just nice, like you said, whether you're making friends or you're just helping make someone else's day a little bit better. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Or giving them inspiration. I always love knowing, like, oh, I remember one point I did like a double staircase, and one of the viewers in my chat goes, I want to recreate this on my Christmas island. This was like a year ago. And I was like, sweet. And I scrapped that island at one point. I was like, all right, I'm going to get rid of it. And she made fun and be like, I finished my island before you did. And I used that portion of your
double
idea, the
staircase.
double staircase. And I was like,
I
at
love
least
it.
you got it. At least you used it, you know?
I got that same feeling recently. I was decorating something on stream and someone was like, "Don't move, don't move. I'm gonna take a snip of this. I'm gonna take a screenshot because I want to make this on my island." And I'm like,
Hmm.
"You want to do what now? You like it that much? Are you sure?"
Oh, oh, that's nice.
It's such a sweet feeling,
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to tour that
I
tropical
can't
island.
wait.
I
My very first dream address.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. So apart from Animal Crossing, I know you play Sims, and obviously we've learned you play Halo. But are there any other games you would recommend for anybody out there if they want something cozy and maybe they're a little burnt out from Animal Crossing or Sims? Or anything?
Lately, Dreamlight Valley has been so much fun for me. So my YouTube streams up until this point have been exclusively Dreamlight Valley.
Oh
That's all
wow.
I've played. And it has been so much fun. It's still in early access, but they are releasing constant updates and there's
Mhm.
so many new characters being added into the game. And at some point this year in 2023, they're going to release it for free for everyone.
I
And it's
heard
gonna
that.
have like a battle pass style. So there will be a paid side of the game, but to get the base game, it'll be free.
So there's gonna be a battle royale in Dreamlight Valley. I see,
Not a
fighting with
battle
Mickey.
royale. Could you imagine? Just like Longventer with Animal Crossing. Could you imagine Dreamlight Valley?
You got Goofy with a sniper in the pack.
Oh
You
my
know.
gosh. So back to the
Yuck,
cozy side.
you know.
But I like it a lot because there's a lot of quests and
Right.
it's a lot of my childhood favorite characters.
Right.
And from Animal Crossing to Dreamlight Valley, though, I mean, the decorating aspect is there. The buying stuff to the outfit side is there. It's a lot of fun.
Right.
I love it a lot.
Now, do you have a favorite Disney character?
Oh, that's tough. I don't think I do. I will say this: my 3 dogs' names are Timon and Pumbaa and Remy. So I
Hakuna
have Timon and
Matata.
Pumbaa from Lion King, and I have Remy,
Oh,
who's the rat from Ratatouille.
yeah.
So I like a lot of Disney movies. I'm a Disney fan.
I love Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan. Give 'em all day, every day. That Disney Plus
yeah.
was the best thing they ever invented.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
I love Disney Plus.
my niece loves Moana. Watches that all the time. And what was the new one that just came out? Encanto.
Encanto. Oh.
She loves Encanto too. She was the main character from Encanto for Halloween.
Oh. See, I have 13 nieces and nephews.
No way. Holy moly.
Well, technically I have 12. Number 13 is on the way.
Oh, so 12 and a half. Okay.
12 and a half. And Disney movies left and right. Every time I see them, we're watching a Disney movie. That's what we do.
That is the best. That is the nice thing about being an aunt or an uncle, is being able to come on over or go over there and
I am
play
the
with them.
coolest aunt ever. Let me tell you. Whenever I told them I have a Switch and I play Mario Kart and I play Animal Crossing,
they're probably like,
number one aunt.
what?
They were like, "Can I come to your island? Can we play? I want to play. Let's play." Every time they come to my house, they bring their Switches now. I have 2 nephews who are super into Minecraft, so when they spend the night with me, we have Minecraft nights. I pull up the Xbox in the living room, we all pile up on the couch with a big blanket, and we just play Minecraft all night. It's a lot of fun.
Can you be my aunt? Even though I'm older than you. Your husband won't mind.
Man.
Your husband won't mind. I'll just
We need to have a Minecraft gaming session.
get my PJs.
Have you ever thought about streaming Minecraft?
I've never played Minecraft.
You've never played Minecraft? Burb. Fortnite Minecraft session. It's coming.
Okay. Only for you. Only for you.
I'm considering adding Minecraft maybe into some variety nights.
That would be fun.
I wouldn't stream it regularly.
Would
but
you
I
do
think
like a
that'd be
personal
fun.
server with your chat? Is that how you would do it?
Probably. I think that would be fun.
Look at us coming up with
everybody in there.
content, you know?
Throw some creepers at some people, you know. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, I would be happy just making a house in the game, you know?
Seriously. And there's so many beautiful, like, I don't know if they're mods for Minecraft when you can make it look Like I've seen some Minecraft creators create some wonderful
Oh,
stuff.
I've seen some crazy builds. It makes me want to play just
Seriously,
because it's like,
I
wow, that's
know.
impressive, you know?
It's amazing.
We'll stick it with gaming. And I know you play with other people, whether it's your nieces and nephews or people online. Do you have any gaming pet peeves?
Gaming pet peeves. I saw this as one of your like possible suggestions. It blows my mind whenever you invite strangers from the internet over onto your Animal Crossing island and they pick up your decorations. So if you have weeds or if you have like
Acorns.
mushrooms or
Mm-hmm.
petals or acorns or star fragments dropped on the ground and
Mm-hmm.
they pick them up, or if you have your little storage areas like not on this island right now but on my last island right
Mm-hmm.
on the beach right next to my airport, I had my Nook Miles tickets, I had all of my extra DIYs,
Oh.
and people would come over and just help themselves to all of my stuff, and I would be running around with my axe in my hand, like, "Get off my
Get
island,
off
what
my.
are you doing?"
It reminds me of
That's
early day Animal Crossing when you'd have random people come over.
Yes, absolutely. That's my Animal Crossing pet peeve, absolutely.
A thousand
I
percent.
don't know if there are any, like, general gaming pet peeves that I can think of,
Hmm.
other than not letting people play a game at their own pace. I learned that the hard way with Stardew Valley. I streamed Stardew Valley for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and one thing I noticed is that it was the first like quest-based stream I ever had, and a lot of people are very opinionated on the right way to play a game. And
Right.
if a game is bringing you joy, honestly, there's no perfect way to play it. As long as you are happy with your pace, and if you're having a good time, that's all that it's
Yeah.
there for. You know?
Yeah. And when you're playing it for the first time, whether it's Stardew or any other game, you're finding out how the game works, and that's the fun part of like, oh, that's how you do
Absolutely.
that. And other people that have played it, whether it's one time through 10 times, I play it every day for
Mhm.
the last 5 years, they're gonna know, well, you gotta mix with this with that, or go talk to them. And you're just
Yeah.
like, I'm just trying to figure out how to use this pickaxe, like.
Exactly. There's a difference between tips and then between like controlling how someone enjoys their own game.
Right. No,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Let everybody play at their own pace. And
Absolutely. And I love that about games, and I love that about Twitch. I love watching games that I love. I love watching other people learn and explore them in their own way. And sometimes I learn things by watching people play their own way. You know what I
right.
mean? I learn ways to improve my own gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I like games. Why a lot of people like games, because it's like you're using your brain to figure out how things work, or how you want to move forward within the game, whether it's puzzle or farming or
Absolutely. It's a creative outlet
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you read or not. I always ask everybody if you have a favorite book or a book that you recently read that you'd like to recommend to everybody.
I am a reader, but I haven't been reading recently. I will tell you my favorite genre is I like fantasy and I like romance. I love
Oh, you'll get
romance
along with my
books.
mom. My mom actually wrote a
I love it.
fantasy romance novel. I'll share it with
No
you off. I'll
way.
share it with you off.
Please
Off
do.
this.
I would be very interested in that. That would be really cool.
I can't read it. I'm
Um
like, Mom, I can't read romance from you. I'm sorry. I read any of your other books,
I don't
but
think I could either. Well, honestly, me and my mom and I are very, very close. Like
I
very
know
close. We're like
that.
best friends. And so it might be different our relationship, but just in general with the mother and child relationship,
Right.
I could see how that would be very weird.
Actually, I'm going to dinner with Mama Burb tonight. We're going out. And I was like, we gotta do dinner tonight because I
Oh,
haven't seen her.
how fun!
So.
It's date night for me and my husband tonight as well. We're going out to dinner. I'm excited.
Do you have a favorite? This is not even like on the whole podcast questionnaire thing, but do you have a favorite, like, you don't have to say like a restaurant name, but a favorite type of food
Oh
to
yeah.
go out, like whether it's Italian or Greek or
Oh yeah.
whatever? What is it?
Italian.
Italian?
100%. And I will tell you the restaurant name, Olive Garden, because you get unlimited
What?
breadsticks.
Okay. I gotta turn down my equalizer because I was screaming there. But chat talked crap about me every time I go to Olive Garden, which
Olive
isn't
Garden.
often. It isn't often. And I tell them, I'm like, is it the best Italian in the world? No, of course not. But the unlimited breadsticks
Yes.
and salad,
Red Lobster biscuits, same thing.
them Cheddar Bay biscuits,
I could just sometimes I like to just get like a little baby appetizer and just eat the
and just
biscuits.
eat the biscuits. That was my middle name in high school. Just,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
So my husband, he doesn't get it. He likes real food, he says, that because I mean it's a big chain restaurant. They reheat the food. It's not the
Mm,
best food ever, but
right.
I can't get past those unlimited
It's
breadsticks,
it's
I
those
can't.
guilty pleasures. You know what I mean? That's
Yes.
what I try to tell my chat. They would make fun of me. I mean, I've been to really good places of all types, but sometimes you just want breadsticks and
You
salad.
tell them. You tell them Sid said
They're
Olive
listening.
Garden is
They better be
amazing.
listening. They're gonna.
Olive Garden is amazing. You're wrong.
There we go. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I know you just for that simple fact.
just because you love Olive Garden.
I don't even know if you said your favorite genre of book. That's what we were talking about last. We're over here talking
Yes.
about Olive Garden,
Oh,
but
and I will tell you this because I'm not super into books lately. The most recent show that I watched was Wednesday on
I
Netflix.
need to watch it.
Oh,
I need to watch
it
it.
was so
Is it
good.
good? Okay.
So good.
Okay.
I 10 out of 10 recommend it. And I never thought I would like something like that because I felt like it was going to be geared towards, a younger
Mhm.
crowd, like more
Mhm.
teenager, but I loved it. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
And
At,
I'm rewatching right now with my husband. We're rewatching Breaking Bad, and that is one of my
oh,
favorite
I love
shows of all
Breaking
time.
Bad.
I love Breaking
I
Bad.
remember when it came out, I was in college and I was this is when I finished my architecture degree, and it was when Walking Dead was big too. It was when AMC was really, they were doing well, right? And we would, for architecture, we had to do all of our projects in studio. So we would go to the lounge in our educational building. I don't know the exact term, but we go to the lobby and we turn on the TV. We watch Walking Dead, and some of us would come down to watch Walking Dead, and some would come down to watch Breaking Bad right after. So it'd be like,
That's
groups, and we
amazing.
would watch it, and some of us be like, all right, I don't watch this. I don't want to get it ruined for me if I watch it later. And I ended up watching
That's
Breaking
amazing.
Bad like 5 years later after it finished because we were like, all right, let's do it. Now I got to watch Better Call Saul, which I heard is good.
Yes, that's on our list to watch next because we love Saul. It's so good.
So good. So one thing with staying motivated, and like for me personally, I have like little post-it notes on my computer of like little quotes. Do you have any quotes or anything that stuck with you over the years, or that you like to, even if you just found it the other day and you're like, oh, I like this one?
The post-it thing, that is so wholesome and amazing, and I love that.
Well, I may or may not have a better half post-it note that I have every day in front of me too. So
That's so sweet. What the heck? I'm melting at that.
this
Oh my god.
this is the content even my chat doesn't know about. So
Oh, exclusive.
exclusive.
I heard it first. um, Honestly, this is so cheesy, but it is one of my favorite quotes, and it's from Animal Crossing. It's Leaf's quote. You gotta do what makes you happy, you know?
I think that's
It,
good.
and that's how I feel about video games.
Right.
I don't have very many real life friends who
Hmm.
video game or even know
Right.
that I video game. They definitely don't know that I stream.
Right.
And it's because I feel like gaming is something that's not necessarily like a normalized hobby, you know?
Right.
But you got to do what makes you happy. It's not just for kids.
Right.
It's for people of all ages, and
Right.
it's like I said earlier, it's a great creative outlet. You got to do what makes you
Right.
happy.
And
And it
what's
makes me happy, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, of course. And what's the difference really between sitting on the couch watching TV or sitting on the couch playing a game?
Or
What's the
reading a
difference?
book. I mean,
Or
it
reading a book?
seriously, it uses the same parts of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's all exercising your creative side and all of it. It's great. It's
Yeah,
great for you.
100% agree. I mean, that's why you're on this podcast. That's why we're rambling gamers. Um,
Literally.
but is there anything else you wanted to let us know before we go? I know everybody here should follow Sid on all of our platforms. We'll put it in the description, all the links, and throw it on the screen somewhere between one of our editors. And but
I guess if anybody's here who hasn't checked out a stream, I would love to chat with you all at some point. I stream on YouTube and over on Twitch. That's my primary platform. It would
Yeah.
be really nice to hang out with new friends. I always like making new friends to game with.
Yep, and I love that because you're one of the few people similar to me where I instead of calling them chatters, you call them friends because we're buddies, right? We're talking, learning about you.
It's
You're
true.
mostly watching me, but I at least know your username, and unless you're like some of my chat and change your usernames every few months, you know some of them. We won't say those names
All I
on
can
here.
think of is a certain Instagram account that followed me that is a play on on Absurd Parent. What was it? Abs hurt.
Yep, abs hurt. Yep, that's how you know you've made
I'm
it, guys.
disappearing.
That's how you know you've
Oh
made
my
it.
gosh.
she's just She's pulling the whole you should have had the bushes. You could have been Homer Simpson. You could have made your own meme
Oh my
of going
gosh,
to the
seriously, that would be so fun. So I should just get like, because I use a green screen, I should get like a green like blanket or something and just like disappear into it, you know?
There you go. I mean, I've seen people with the full green suits, so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
But thanks for being on, Sid. And guys, don't forget to follow Sid. And if you're not sub to this podcast, we're on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasting material, whether you're watching us or just listening. And thanks for being on. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you have a
Thank you
wonderful
for
rest of
having
your
me.
day.